Okay, as we discussed earlier on static and non-static data members, today we're going to discuss on static and non-static methods. Methods. Static and non-static is just like how you use in the data members. Same way, if you declare static before that, it is called as a static or non-static. We can define. By default, for suppose, as we discussed yesterday, by default, all the data members that you see that were already defined in Java are always static. They are with the static float or static final or something. Okay. So coming on to static and non-static data members, let us also differentiate in the same way how we did on this day, the same table, how we did. Let me just place them, the points here. Sorry, I need to create a table. Static is also called as non-static is also called as
instance method.
And okay, coming on to the first difference. So, instance methods are those which are used to perform normal operations, repeated operations, where you do always repeatedly. Non-static is like you will be declaring a class and you try to read a file. So reading a file, you will place it in one class in a method, which is a non-static method, because those would be used again and again. Such a normal functionality which is always recursively used, or when we connect to a database. Okay, such things we always do in an instance, or we call it as non-static methods. Okay, only when we come with an static operations, only one time. If you feel this operation will be done only one time, so like and it won't be repeated, because you know the difference between static and non-static, right? The memory gonna be written only once. So where we need to write the memory again and again. For example, if you are reading a file, the data should be updated in the memory also. So if it is a static, as seen yesterday, the data would be updated again and again, or once the memory is created, that won't be that would be used for the next time. Okay. So main difference, what I can say is, which are recommended, which is recommended to perform repeated operations. You understood it, right? What I was trying to say. Where if you feel your method will be called again and again, make sure you never make it static. Okay. If you feel that your method is maybe used only once in an operation time. Okay. In such cases, make it static. Okay. Because once only memory would be created only once, in such a way. Such as, for example, I can tell you some examples here, where connecting to DB. How many times do you connect to DB? Again and again, you never connect, right? Once you connect, you do a lot of operations and then close it, right? Okay, authentication of a username and password. These are one more example. Once you authenticate the username and password, that is sufficient. Maximum for a banking website or for a banking products, you maintain for 15 to 20 minutes. You need to, for every click you click on a web page, every time there is no need of connecting and checking whether the user is the correct one or not, right?
Yeah.
In this case, one-time operations. One-time operations, like example DB connection or username validation, user name and password validation. Here is like once you connect to your DB and you would be reading the records again and again. You would do updates. You would do deletes. Once you open a file, you try to read your file line by line, right? In such cases, instance methods can be used. Okay.
Okay.
And the main thing is like you should not use the static keyword. No static keyword is preceded before the method. Okay, here we use static keyword. Until and unless you say static keyword, uh, a method won't be. Java class doesn't know that it is a static, right? So there should be a static keyword, like how you see the public static void main. Here static. Where if the method is not static, there won't be static here. That's it. It is called non-static method. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. And the main syntax, as I told you, you can you saw a lot of programs, right? It would be static, return type, space, method name. Here you won't have any static or return type directly. Return type, method name. Okay. And here, but in this case, you will have static and then return type and method name. Okay. Return type means
Okay.
int, void, string, whatever you want to write. If there is no return type, what you should enter there in a
Right.
method? Yes, void. Okay. In order to call an instance methods, you should use object name, same object name dot method name. Same how you call for a non-static data member. Here, instead of that, you use class name dot method name. Okay, got it, Vishnu?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, okay, and here the main difference is like the results of these instance methods are not shareable, but the uh, results of SM are always shareable. Okay, means the static methods are always shareable. The results means because I told you right once if you say static methods are always were declared only once, so the means there would be they can be used in that. Okay,
Okay.
so that is all. Now that is all regarding to the static and the non-static methods. So I just want to cover it until here.